What's up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? It is I, the OGGM, with what could be one of the last OGGM adventures because, as you know, our hobby is one of the most hardest hit hobbies and aspects of this perpetual shutdown bullshit. Friendly local game stores all over the United States, all over the world, are being forced to close because of the COVID-19 panic and that they are not considered essential businesses. My local game store, Seths Games and Anime, which I've spoken about hundreds of times, both positively and negatively, has finally closed its doors after being open for almost 30 years um, because some idiot called the police on them for being open. Meanwhile, across the street from Seths Games and Anime, there's a bike store that's open and remaining open, a smoke shop that is open and remaining open, uh, antique store that is open and remaining open, and of all things, midwife building, a building that advertises midwifery, and that's still gets to stay open because a bike store, a smoke shop, an antique store, and midwives are still considered essential. But a bookstore, a place that provides entertainment, education, and a safe place for kids to go and for people like me to associate with fellow people like me in a relatively safe environment, was closed because some idiot called the police. And this is happening all over the United States, all over the world, where friendly local game stores are being forced to close. Most of them, probably all of them, won't be able to recover. And I don't know if we ever will see a store like Seth's or Around the Table or North Coast Role Player or Last Grenadier should we ever pull out of this bullshit again. Now, since that's the number one source for me to get materials and stuff to talk about and stuff to review, it's going to be very hard for me to continue talking about the gaming industry and geekdom, at least in the way I have been, because geekdom is basically dead if it's not online. And thanks to the Adam Kobo bullshit, who knows how much longer online's going to last. Critical Role is down. We don't know when or if they'll ever be able to come back. Um, Most of the other online uh, gaming juggernauts have slowed to a crawl because the people are avoiding each other because of the paranoia. And now with the Adam Colbo bullshit, which I eventually do need to address because I'm a YouTuber and a gamer and somebody who's not a fan of that dick. Um, yeah, so gaming, comic books, board games, coloring books, that whole aspect that has been, last year was so huge and everybody was talking about is now going to die because of the COVID-19. Every step forward we made in the last couple of years because of Critical Role and Stranger Things has come to a halt and is probably going to die. I mean, we knew the wave was going to crash eventually and we would go back to being just a small closet, you know, community, but we'd gotten huger than we'd ever been. We were more popular than we were more positively in the media. And one stupid virus and a bunch of stupid paranoid people, and now that has come to a halt. Now, I, for one, find the fact that a smoke shop is considered an essential business and a game store like Seth's Games and Anime or Weepy Games is not an essential business, and that some idiot was so hate filled that they called the police on Seth's Games and Anime. And it was probably somebody that got pissed off at Seth's or Alex, or we do know that Seth has pretty bad customer service and always has been one of the main problems of the store is that, so I'm sure somebody was pissed at Alex or Seth or me or something and called the cops to be vindictive and didn't realize the result. Well, now you've ruined the place that you can go and, get because Arsenal's closed, Endgame's closed, all the other game stores were closing. Seth's had found a little loophole to stay open, but now that's gone. You guys have fucked that up. So thank you very much. I may not have always said positive things about Seths, but Seths has always been there for as long as I've lived in Ventura. Since 2002, it's always been a place where I could go and feel safe and talk to friends about my hobbies and about things that interested me. You know, I was best friends with that jackass Aaron Cornelius for years, and I loved and trusted him. Of course, now I found out since then what a jackass he really was and all those horrible things he said about me and Seths. Um, so, yeah, so I just thought I'd take a moment to address the end of the friendly local game store. Will we ever see something like a Seths Games anime or a Zone or a GameStop again? And I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to recover from this because, you know, even if the economy does restart anytime soon, it's going to be such a different world, and people like us are going to be so marginalized. And people are going to be like, well, you can just get it online. You can just do the online thing. It's like, it's not the same. And it just gives people like us who are naturally very difficult to be around other people another reason to not be around other people, and that's not healthy. We needed game stores. We needed places to go and talk about our hobby. And, you know, we were very excitable and extreme, and it was, you know, always a very weird, uncomfortable setting, but it was someplace we could go. It was our bar. It's a place where we could go and argue the stats of Magic cards the same way people go to bars and argue the stats of a baseball player. It's a place where we could go and look at old obscure product and find that one comic book we were missing and find that one person who had the same obsession about cosplaying as an obscure character from an obscure comic book as we did. And now that's gone, and that just is sad. So, yeah, we're going to see friendly local game stores just continuing to be forced to close around the country, around the world. And I don't know if they're going to open again. I, for one, as much as I have, you know, said shit about Seths, is sad because it was my home. And now I have no place to go. And more importantly, I have no place to get product and subjects to talk about to keep this channel going. So I don't know where to go with this channel. You know, I was going to go out and explore and do things and look at game stores and, you know, do the vending machine food quest. But because of the stupid shutdown, I can't. I can't be the Adam the Woo of gaming and geekdom like I wanted to, and talk to other game people. And, you know, I can't design role-playing product because there's nobody to put it out because all the game companies like Diamond are shutting down. I can't go to game stores and teach kids how to play, you know, or work with the special needs kids like I was in the past because now there is no game store. So what is the future of my channel, if any? I am open to suggestions, but for now, this may be the last time you guys hear from me for a while, so I just want you to know how much I've appreciated doing this channel, and hopefully I will talk to you soon, losers. If you have any ideas of how to make the channel grow in new ways, maybe I'll, you know, review movies or do video games like everybody else if I can ever figure out how. But for now, I'm stumped. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm tired, I'm stressed out. I want to know where my stimulus is like everybody else. I want to know where my unemployment is like everybody else. I want to know when I can go back to work because I have bills to pay like everybody else. And, you know, I'm upset because my home, Seths Games Anime, has been shut down. So fuck you to the guy who called the cops. And I will talk to you losers later.